Hello again everybody, welcome back to Common Barn, and how should we say, one pretty big update. Now before I get to the drastic things, I'll start at the beginning. We'll take it easy. So yeah, the channel, it's been a long time since we've had a decent, Common Barn update. Don't know how many of you have noticed that or picked up on it. But major updates for the layout have been extremely sparse, and there's been a number of reasons for this. Slightly stalled with the layout, not lost interest, but the Matthews modelling and the projects they've taken over, the layout building, and things have just slowed for Common Barn. In the past, long-term followers will know that I've changed things up on Common Barn, a couple of times. Obviously it used to be a terminus, then we changed it to a loop, then we added this front scenic section, along the front of the layout, and then I redid the track work again, so it was just a continuous loop and none of those daft insulfug points. And these were all ways really of, try to change the layout, adapt the layout to make it better for me. But in comparison, these were small adjustments, to really what I'd pondered before, which is wanting to do a whole new layout. And well, lately, I've been thinking about things, and I've made a decision over the past few days, and it's not a decision that I've taken lightly, but Common Barn, I'll just say it, it's going. The end, I think the end is here for Common Barn, I'm afraid. When I say going, it won't be gone completely. The next layout will be, believe me, it's still going to be around Common Barn. The title of that layout has an awful lot of sentiment. When I first built it, it was named after my granddad, and the whole layout has little details and things like that that all linked to my granddad. And the next one will be the same. So the plan, sat here at this end looking at it, I'm going to strip the layout of things to recycle. Main things will be buildings, trees, the larger things, and any odd details that I'd like to keep hold of. And what will be left will be track work and ground cover mainly. So it's still going to be the base of Common Barn. It's still going to be a good basis of a layout, but it's also going to leave it open, to be built upon and enhanced. At the moment, at the time of filming this, I'm hoping that my very, very good friend, who's been with me pretty much since the start of Common Barn, I'm hoping he'll take the layout and we can get it to his. I'd love for him to have it. But if not, and we can't work that out, then it will go up for sale on eBay, as did Keithley Sidings, and that'll be the end. So yeah, I wanted to, just announce it properly. I was going to do a video asking what you guys think, but I've made my mind up that I want to do something new, and if some of you guys started telling me not to and to keep it, I'll just throw my decision again, and I'd probably end up following you all, following my heart and keeping hold of it. But yeah, I've made my mind up. I know what I'm going to do next, which I'll talk to you in a second. And I've decided that it's time for this layout to move on and a new one to begin. So that's the major part over with. If we just look through the layout, so obviously at this end, the whole road area, the hillside will be kept. There's not much I'll be taking, from this end really. Obviously the trees and larger scenic items, like I've said. Some smaller things I might as well. Anything really that I think I can use on the next layout, I'll probably remove. And that's the same story all the way through, pretty much. Yeah, it'll be sad times, but change is as good as any. I mean, the main reasons, like I've said, for changing, I mean, if we just go down to this area, just squeeze past my bike, this area's been worked on for, I bet it's over a year, easily over a year since I took up this end, and I've just never fully got round to finishing it ever. My intentions have been there, but I've just never done it. And every time I look, I think, I must finish that one piddly little corner, but yeah, I just don't. Just stalled. For those who remember when I redid the track work and I made it to a continuous loop, the straight piece, along the front, the straight section, that is the original track work. And then where I built here, now I hadn't noticed this at the time, but it must be some kind of different track. And this curved section all the way around to the rear of the layout, it's got kinks on the joins, and this whole curved corner, there's a piece here that I know I was never happy with how it was laid, and I mean, it all runs fine, it works fine, and nobody would ever know, but yeah, I just want to go again, get it all right, and just try to do a better job. I've had this layout a good few years now. I've come on with my modelling and things like that, so I'm quite confident if I go again it should be a better reincarnation. And whilst I'm on the topic of layouts and things like that, this is probably a good time to mention, I have touched upon in my last few videos here and there about introducing a new scale. New layouts have been mentioned. I mean, I showed a long time ago an end-to-end layout that was going to have a shuttle unit. That's not progressed. In fact, if I'm honest, it's just a workbench up here. There's also another layout that you don't know about that I haven't got around to showing you, which is also under construction, and when it gets to the right time to tell you, there will also be another layout, or hopefully eventually another layout for a new scale. But I'll show you all them in due course. I think what I'll do is, once Common Barn's gone, and I'm back to a fresh baseboard, I'll get these other layouts out because they'll fit on there, and I'll show you them all then. So there's going to be some big layout changes. Obviously the biggest one is Common Barn going, but then the introduction of two smaller ones that you don't yet know about. So sad times, but exciting times as well. And then that'll bring us on to a new double O gauge layout. Now I know what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I have decided how I'll do it. It's going to be pretty much the same size. This board is 6 foot by 4 foot, and the new baseboard will be pretty much the same. One thing that will be different will be the track work, and structurally will be the back scene. That back scene I've never been able to get behind properly. That's where all loco boxes are stored. I can't overly always get round there to clean it. If I didn't have other things down the side of the layout, I could easily do it. But such for space in here, it's just makes it difficult for me to get behind there. So the next one will have a much lower back scene, one that I can easily reach over the top of. And with this back scene, there's going to be, well, I think it would be quite an interesting feature of the layout. But I'll talk to you about the main gist. The main gist, I want to go down a yard theme. Full yard. I mean, the main thing I'm wanting to go for is sidings, stabling points, things like that. And the reason for it is I have so many projects, so many unique locos, so many locos that I've worked on, scratch built, things like that, and I find myself that I get them out a lot and just have them plonked around. I have them plonked on my workbench, have them just placed on the layout, and it's because I want to look at them. I want to look at them, I want them readily available to use. So I've decided that one of the best ways to go will be to have some kind of yard. Quite a unique yard, quite a quirky yard, you know, something that can incorporate steam and diesel. I've already decided that not a lot of it will be live, purely because, you know, me and my little locos, we don't particularly like point work and frogs. But some of the yard obviously will be live so that I can run trains in and out, but I will be using electro point work for that. And that's what you can imagine really. So if you imagine a big yard, I mean, I am going to try and fit in as much, not as much track work, but as much sensible usage as possible of track. You know, my fleet's quite big, I enjoy having them all out, so that's the plan I'm going to go for. But that will all be at the front. As well as the loop, I will be keeping the loop for anyone who's thinking, you know, that I'm going back to terminus or things like that. I'm going to keep a loop purely for running, so I can watch a train run by. So there will still be a loop, but you know, whereas in the middle of this layout we've got a hell of a lot of greenery and scenics, that's not the way I'm going next time. Apart from the back scene. So as I've mentioned, we're going to have a lower back scene. This lower back scene will still need to be high enough to incorporate an embankment that I've decided to have. And I'm thinking, and this is only thinking at the moment, I've got a couple of ideas floating around. I'm thinking the embankment will run full length of the back scene. And on this embankment I'd like to have some kind of heritage line. Again, a shuttle unit would be good. But even if I don't get the shuttle unit, I just think some kind of heritage line, end to end, you know, even if I don't make it live, something that I can just sit, you know, nice steamer on, brake van rides, whatever. You know, that's just what I fancy having. It will probably have a station on it at one end maybe. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So that's what I can leave you with to imagine. An embankment along the back, and yeah, big work yards, sheds, inspection pits, you name it, you know, for yards and areas and things like that, all at the front, but still with a loop. So that's the plan. I'm eager. I'm eager to get cracking with it as well, which is something I haven't been, you know, for the layout in a while. So the next video you'll see on Common Barn will be a bit stripped. I'm not going to do a big deconstruction video, because it won't really take me 5 minutes. So I'm going to get on planting the trees, removing what I want to remove, and then Common Barn will be shifted one way or another. But yeah, that's the big update for you all. So bottom line, Common Barn as is going. Time for a change. So I'm going to be gutted, I am, but I'm also going to have new enthusiasm for a new build. So yeah, please, you know, let me know what you think about it. Don't try to change my mind. But yeah, obviously your thoughts are always welcome. So for now, from Common Barn as is, I do believe this will be the last time you see it like this, so yeah. Let me know what you all think, and I'll see you with whatever comes next for Common Barn. So, see you later.